Okay, I think we're live. Hello, guys, and welcome back to Fox to Fox Report. Welcome back to now that is the pre-match review for our next match tomorrow at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City takes on Leeds. A match where anything can happen, and pretty much lately in our previous matches, anything could have happened. But luckily, last match against Crystal Palace, who I thought before was just going to destroy us because, they have Zaha, they have Esse, or at least a lot of players that are quick and fast with the ball. But we were able to stop them to a certain point, but luckily went away with a 0-0 draw. Now, what does this mean? It means that teams above us, slightly above us, above relegation zone, aren't going too far ahead of us. Thankfully, other results have have come in our favor. So yeah, let's check out the current table right now. Just give me 1 second. And yes, so the current table at the moment, we are in last place because Forest drew I believe it was with Brighton yesterday, 0-0. Same thing, good result. Brighton doesn't go that far. Neither does Forest. And yes, puts us back in last place with 4 points away from safety. Now, thankfully, like I said, all the other results have come in our favor. And thankfully, Leeds, Villa, Wolves, haven't been winning as much. And it's just that minimum as far as points go from apart. So yeah, we gotta really step it up. We gotta, take advantage of these opportunities because, I don't think there's been a table where 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 have been so close to this certain point. Where we match week 12 now, 11. So yeah, we gotta start going and winning matches. So today, as far as the fixtures go, we have, let me just share my screen. 1 second, guys. So today we have Bournemouth versus Southampton. There we either want a draw or Bournemouth can get a win, but mostly a draw because Southampton right in the relegation zone with us. So yeah, no them. Liverpool, West Ham, a draw or Liverpool wins. Brentford, Chelsea, not really, too related to our situation as far as getting up out of that relegation zone. Newcastle, Everton, we want either a draw or Newcastle can win. Man U, Tottenham, doesn't matter. Of course, tomorrow's fixture with Fulham and Villa, we want Fulham to win or draw. Yeah. So no victories for the teams that are just 1 or 2 places above us. We want all them to either lose or draw. Yes. Leeds' current form, I have to say, has just been very, very tight because it's only been by 1 goal, perhaps a draw. But let me go over to their previous matches. Give me 1 second. And right here. Yes. So Leeds' current form from the time the Premier League was postponed, it's been 0-0 against Villa, 2-1 loss against Palace, and just this past weekend against Arsenal. Very tight match. It could have been a draw if, Patrick Bamford didn't commit the foul, but so many chances that they gave Arsenal or that they did on Arsenal gave them to score. But yes, it was a very, very close match. And just looking at this record right now, Leeds are probably the most productive team than we've played in our previous 2 matches. So Leeds are better than Crystal Palace, better than Bournemouth, better than Nottingham Forest. So without a doubt, this will be our hardest match compared to Wolves, but we'll get there, when we play them next or this weekend. But yeah, that's one of our hardest matches, especially now with no James Maddison. That's going to be very, very tough. No James Maddison, the one who actually has a lot of just ideas, creates plays, great passes, the one who causes movement in the midfield. Now, without him, what solution or what alternative do we have? Do we have Kalichi Iheanacho? Do we have Dennis Pratt? Yeah, like I don't know. When it comes to Dennis Pratt, I'll have to say he does, as much as he can to mimic James Maddison, but of course, he's not the same player as James Maddison. He has some qualities, and that is great passing, great vision, can come back. But if we see, in the match against Crystal Palace over the weekend, James Maddison is coming from not only playing on the right side, but coming back going forward. Something that Kalichi Iheanacho doesn't do really. He's not going to come all the way back towards our defense and try to win the ball back and bring it up. He's more so the one to stay in the mid, go a little bit up top with whoever's playing up striker. So I think, if we were to find an alternative, the best solution to perhaps replace James Maddison for tomorrow, that'd be Dennis Pratt. Like I said, he cannot do the same thing. He's not the same quality player as James Maddison. Every player is different. But if there's something similar, is that Pratt can perhaps come back, can start a play. Probably not the same ideas as James Maddison. But yes, if there's a much easier solution, that would be Dennis Pratt. But of course, let's go over first to the comments. Let's see. Leicester fan, how's it going? How's it going, guys? Yes, it's going to be a struggle. But I will say the formation works. There's nothing wrong with the formation. I think it's perfectly well. All the players work it well. It's just the player selection, like Amartey playing in the defense, so many times against Palace where he literally gave an easy opportunity to, I think it was Zaha, to Elise or Eze, where he just doesn't look who's behind him, thinks Ward is open, or I think Fast is open. He's just given a pass. Next thing you know, the Palace players read it. Let's see. You wouldn't play Pratt because I bring him on second half because if we're losing, but he is good. Yes, also with Pratt, that's one thing I've noticed with Pratt. It's you never know what kind of player you'll get. You might get a good Pratt on one day. The next day, you'll get a Pratt that just doesn't play the same as he played last time. So it's really a gamble to see whether you want to have Iheanacho or Dennis Pratt. But just going about how Maddison is very distinctive in the match against Crystal Palace, you do see him literally coming from the right side where he starts all over the pitch, left side, center, defense. Iheanacho doesn't do that. He'll most likely stay in his spot, maybe come a little centered, but not one to come back like James Maddison and play a role that just takes almost every single aspect of the pitch. Pratt can do that to a certain point, which is why I think that would be a, somewhat a better solution. Of course, not the best. But yeah, but you guys, of course, I want to hear what you guys think. So either Dennis Pratt or Kalichi Iheanacho. Put it all in the comment section below, of course, and let's hear your comments. Matt LCFC says Pratt is okay, but you never know what he's like. Yep, exactly. You never know. I will say the match against Iheanacho. I think it goes both ways. I think it goes both ways. Kalichi Iheanacho, you never know what kind of player you get. I think it was 2 seasons ago where Iheanacho had like a run. I think it was like 3 games where he scored almost every single match, or he made a big difference. So yeah, you never know what Kalichi Iheanacho will get on match day. Hopefully it's the best, but yeah, sometimes he doesn't do as much. But this season, Brendan Rodgers hasn't been putting on for that amount of time. He's always put him on like the last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes. Like he's not going to do anything in 10 minutes. Give him at least half an hour. But that's Brendan Rodgers. And now with just going to injuries, now we hear that Siyunchu is injured with a knee injury, something. I don't know how long he's out, but we are just losing defenders like flies. So, and also Evans is out. So what is the solution to that? And just knowing Brendan Rodgers, he's either going to go for Amartey or Amartey. That's the only solution he has. And We do have academy players like Brunt, but that's one big risk to take because Brunt in the Premier League match against Leeds, a team that causes so much pressure, I don't think he would be suited for that. I think it would be a much more terrible decision to put in him rather than Daniel Amartey. So Amartey is the most realistic option. If Soyuncu was fit and wasn't injured, then we could go Soyuncu. But Amartey is, like I said, the most realistic option right now. Let's see the comments. Let's see. Yuri E, how's it going? If we don't have Maddison, Evans, and Vardy, not with his shooting boots. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking like Yuri Tielemans could perhaps, fill that role for Maddison tomorrow, and then we could put Kelechi Iheanacho on the right to support whoever plays up top, either Vardy or Daka. But looking at the Palace match, Yuri Tielemans didn't do as much. And he was just more so, receive, pass, not creating plays, not being that, just active on the pitch like Maddison. So that's why I'd say I'd rather go with Pratt on the right side to, put more just playmaking there. Pratt knows how to do that. And perhaps, who knows, him pairing up with Tielemans could possibly be a big advantage for us. What else do we have? Mendy and Pratt played well versus Palace. Yes. So Mendy, compared to Samore, you got to put Samore. Mendy is a great player, but Samore can offer more. And I think we all know that. I like Mendy. And definitely if Samore is injured right now with Ndidi, just how he's playing not so great, I'd rather put him instead of Ndidi. So first string is obviously Samore, then second string, in my opinion, is Mendy. So yes, Mendy is a great player. But also going, let's see. So, like I said, the formation 4-1-4-1 works, but player selection is the problem. Against Crystal Palace, I think every player that played on that pitch starting was great except Amartey. He had some moments. You got to say, he had some moments where he got out of trouble, but other moments with just drastic, clueless passes, passing back and pretty much just giving an open shot for the Palace players. But yeah, it's I don't know. But be prepared to see Amartey on the pitch tomorrow because he will be playing alongside Fast. And I got to say, our defense has been great. It has improved. Our set pieces have improved. So I'm not too worried about that. I think with Fast there, we would have much more, being much more assured that we'll have a strong defense. Now, if it was Soyuncu and Amartey, then that would be a different problem there because both Soyuncu and Amartey aren't one to take role of that defensive line. Now, the wingbacks, left wingback, right wingback, James Justin, Castagna, you don't change that. I'm not going to put Luke Thomas because he frankly hasn't been playing well either. So with, like I said, James Justin and Castagna, untouchable. They're staying there. Let them be there. Harvey Barnes, another player who has a very, very good run in goals, I have to say, against Leeds United. So here we have right here, Harvey Barnes against Leeds, scored in the past 4 fixtures, meaning the past 2 seasons. 4 games, home and away, played against Leeds. Harvey Barnes has been on the score sheet, being the first one to score for the club. What does that say? Does that say we'll have a very great Harvey Barnes tomorrow, or will we not have a great Harvey Barnes tomorrow? I don't know, but I will say Harvey Barnes has not been that, that consistent in playing well. I don't know. But let's go over to JJ. How's it going? Mendy, most rated player. And then, yep. Hey, I want to get that jersey though. The black one I want to get. That's something I'm really trying to do. I like it. I think it's like, is it like glow in the dark? If it is, that's cool. But yeah, I'll get that soon. Let me just remove this. I love Amartey, but the past 2 seasons, I don't know, maybe Fast and Soyuncu, but but Soyuncu right now is injured, apparently, from what Brendan Rodgers has said in his press conference. He has some sort of knee issue. So he won't be available. Um, and yeah, it's just we're losing players right now. We don't have anyone in defense other than Amarty, the most realistic option, because we're not going to bring someone from the academy like Brunt or I don't know who else. But to put them in the Premier League match, it's too soon. Too soon. So we have to kind of just cross our fingers and hope Amarty plays well. Even perhaps gives us a goal. Who knows? Who knows? But I know there's been so many moments where Amarty has just outshined us, surprised us. I think it was 2 seasons ago during the lockdown with still with no fans, the away match against Brighton, where Amarty, we had to win that match because we were trying to get into that spot for Champions League. And I don't know if you guys remember the second goal against Brighton. Over in Brighton was a corner header by Amarty. And I was just like, wow, Amarty, I love you. I love you. We're winning. We got 3 points. So hopefully we get something from him tomorrow, as well as from the rest of the players that play. Just a little West. We got too many injured midfielders. Yes, we kind of do. Maddison's out. But right now, frankly, if we were to talk about next summer transfer window, we have to improve that. We have to improve the left wing. We have to improve the right wing because Barnes needs some competition. He's the only one without a doubt that will play that left wing spot because there's no one else. Right wing spot, that's just being linked with either Maddison, Kalichi, Daka even, or Ayoze Perez. We need someone like Lookman, and sadly, we don't have Lookman anymore. But if you were to sign him over the summer, that would have been case solved. He plays right wing, Maddison more in the middle, and then we have a much more preferred position for our number 10. But now the fact that we have no right winger, we had to put Maddison there. And he, frankly, even though he's positioned as right winger, he's going to be running everywhere, which can either be a good advantage or a bad advantage based on if we either losing the ball and coming back or just disorganized. Yeah, I don't know, but we have to get on that, as soon as possible to get a designated right winger. Dan Perez played well last game of the season. Then he ain't played. Yeah, I think with these players like Ayoze Perez, like Pratt, like Kalichi, they have a good day, they have a bad day. The match against PSV, Ayoze Perez was fantastic. He came on the last 10, 15 minutes and just, we got the tie 1-1 with goal from Maddison, and then we ended up beating PSV 2-1. So if Ayoze Perez is a player to come on, it's perhaps the last 15 minutes, half an hour, because he's a player that really won't give you 100% the entire 90 minutes. He will gas out. So yeah, if there's a super sub, then that is Ayoze Perez. Kalichi Nacho, maybe, but I'd rather have him start as well, given the fact who we have. And right now, just the fact we have no Maddison, I'm going with Dennis Pratt. So going to my formation, what I want to see, like I said, a 4-1-4-1. This is my preferred lineup. Let me know what you guys think. James Justin, like I said, on the right. Justin on the left. Kasey on the right. Ward. Of course, Ward's not leaving. He's going to be there. He's not leaving whatsoever until Rodgers perhaps leaves. Ward is staying in goal, and you'll see Everson probably in the Carabao Cup. But yes, this is what I want. Daka up top. Going from what my friend Ant from the Ant Leicester fan channel was talking about. And if you guys haven't subscribed to him. Great guy, great content. Daka has been performing well, and we all can agree. Game by game, making those runs from behind and just putting a bit much more effort. That's what we want to see. Something that kind of matches the quality of Jamie Vardy. Now, earlier this season, Daka wasn't doing much of the running, much of just, coming from behind, but it's good to see now that, he's making those runs. So without a doubt, put in Patson Daka, Dennis Pratt on the right. I want to see, and of course, Samore playing that defensive midfield role. Harvey Barnes, let's see if he can make it 5 goals now from his previous 4 fixtures against Leeds, where he scored a goal in each match. So yeah, Harv said, good team, awesome. I think Vardy on the bench, then bring him on if Daka ain't scoring. Yeah, exactly. We have to rotate those players. Vardy, Daka, whoever starts perhaps, until the 60th minute, just like Rodgers has been doing in the past 2 matches, sub off a striker for another striker, and that is, Vardy or Daka. But yes, have Daka start. Yeah, so many opportunities. Now we'll get there, hopefully. But like I said, the goals are the main thing that gives us the points. We could play so well, and we did against Palace, but we just didn't score. And right now, being in last place, that's not working out for us. It's not like we're in first place and we're having so many opportunities, but it's okay because we tied. No, we have to get points. We have to get more than 1 point. A draw is not, in the cards for us. But yeah, no, what a very tough match. Like I said, it's going to be our hardest out of the past 2 that we had against Palace, against Bournemouth. Leeds are a much more structured team. We know how they play. That is pressure. Pure pressure, pure nonstop running. The same formation they always use. Just give me 1 sec. I'll have it right here. So the same formation is always a 4-2-3-1. And that is the same formation they've always played us with these past 2 seasons, 4 matches, 4-2-3-1. Now with the player Patrick Bamford, the number 9, crazy strength, speed, and will cause a lot of trouble for us. Hopefully our defense is ready. Now, when he came on against Arsenal over the weekend, first play of the match, scored, but I think it was offside or handball or foul. Like that already shows you something. He's big, he's strong. Like look at Chris Wood. When he played for Burnley, he gave us a lot of trouble, especially in the air for corners. So hopefully we're ready for those set pieces. But yeah, that's just one thing to take note of, 4-2-3-1. And we just have to see what formation. Hopefully it's the same formation for 1-for-1. I'm guessing it will be because Rodgers did say he sees nothing wrong with the formation. He likes it. So let's expect to go with that formation for 1-for-1. We have a Leeds fan here. Yes. What's so funny is that I actually had a last season. I think it was the match against. Oh, it was the first match of last season against Leeds over in Leeds where we drew 0-0, and I had someone comment, just making the most absurd prediction. I think it was like Leeds are going to be top 4 soon. Like just watch out. Let me try to find it because that was the most hilarious comment. And then just given the fact that Leeds, we're fighting to get out of relegation all the way up till the last games of last season. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Let me just go ahead and find that because yeah, such a bold prediction. I think I have it. Where is it? Where is that match? Could have sworn I have it here. Give me 1 second, guys. Right here. So, okay, here we go, guys. Let me just show you guys this. So this was the post-match review that I had against Leeds on November 8th. It ended in a 1-1 draw. If you guys remember that goal by Harvey Barnes, literally the second play after Leeds scored the first goal, we had a fan right here saying, Leeds fan here, I admire, I cannot pronounce that, sorry. Leeds are going to be the top 4 very soon. And remember that we have beaten Leicester more times than Leicester have beaten us. So that was 11 months ago. Not trying to roast you, but it was the most funniest thing I've read. Just looking back at it now, all the trouble that Leeds have been in. But yeah, that was pretty hysterical. But yeah, no, like I said, it's going to be a very, very tough match. I don't expect us to be having possession because Leeds are a team that just don't stop running. But of course, what are your guys' prediction for tomorrow? Will we win? Will we draw? Will we even lose? That's something I wouldn't be surprised of given how we've been playing. But always at the KP, it's a different story. We could play terribly away, but at the KP, we just got it together. The fans, everyone just backing up the manager, backing up the players for those 90 minutes, and just we play surprisingly well, just like we did against Forest and just like we did against Crystal Palace. So yeah. So just add that there. Predictions, guys. Let me know your predictions. We have Jamie here. 3-1 Leicester win. Let's hope so. Hope so. And speaking of Barnes, give me 1 second. I have him right here. You guys see? Harvey. Oh, you guys can't see. Anyways, I have Harvey Barnes on my back. There. So that goes to show you that I'm all in for Barnes tomorrow. Let's go. I know you haven't been playing well, or that consistent, but let's go for tomorrow, Harvey Barnes. He says we are shitting our sins. Believe me. Yeah, I mean, Leeds fans can say they're playing not so well. We can say we're not playing so well, but we'll all find out tomorrow. I'm not coming in very, very confident, but of course, my support is there to back up Leicester City. So hopefully we come in, just perform outstandingly, and just come away with 3 points. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this pre-match review. Let's wait and see. I think I was going to say the match against Bournemouth and Southampton is starting. Liverpool, West Ham, Brentford, Chelsea, and Newcastle, Everton. So going back to, like I said, we want either a draw for Bournemouth or a win for Bournemouth, but Southampton cannot lose. Liverpool, West Ham. Let me just share that right now with you guys. Yeah, so like I said, Bournemouth, Southampton, either win for Bournemouth or draw for or draw. Liverpool has to win or draw. Brentford, Chelsea, probably go for Chelsea. Newcastle, Everton, Newcastle has to win or draw. So Everton, West Ham, Southampton cannot win. They either have to lose or they have to draw, so that, like I said, 17, 16, 15 place don't, go too far ahead of us. The fact that we're in last place with just 5 points. So just going back to, like I said, the current table, we are sitting in 5. Leeds are in 9. So we're just 4 points away from safety. We'll have to see. 4 points of safety will go up to 8. I think on goal differentials, let me see. Goal differentials, possibly. So yeah, if we can, so if we go to, if we beat Leeds tomorrow, we'll go to 18th because we're tied on goal differentials by -9 with Southampton. So just go game by game. There's a chance that if we play well, we beat Leeds and we beat Wolves, who lost yesterday against Crystal Palace. We go up to 11 points. Like, we have to go game by game. So there's a slight chance we may, in just the most perfect day, perfect world possible, we can get out and go into safety by the end of this weekend. But yes, that's all I have, guys. Thank you guys for coming on, for checking out this pre-match review. Let's see what happens. Now I'm going to be watching these next matches for today with Bournemouth. I'll try to watch all of them and see what the scores are. But I also will be doing streaming PlayStation 5 just a watch along within the next 5 minutes. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, please do. But yeah, that's all I have for this pre-match review. I'll see you guys next time for the post-match review. I probably will either do a separate video, not live stream, but I'll let you guys know on Twitter. And of course, if you guys haven't done so already, please remember to drop a like and subscribe, as well as follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok even. I'm there. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.